Hello, I'm back. Okay, so I hope you missed my video tutorial for 2 weeks. Okay, so I hope you're ready to have our new topic. So as I have said, the topics that we are going to discuss starting this day will be under the third quarter. Okay, so are you ready? Okay, so I hope you're ready. Okay, so before we proceed with our discussion, let's play two picks, one word. Okay, so I hope you are all familiar with this game. So instead of four picks, one word, so I just prepared two picks, one word. Okay, so for example, we have here on the first picture, I have here nut. Then on the second picture, I have here the shell. So that's why your answer here is nutshell. Okay, so let's proceed. Let's have this first picture. Okay, so you have to guess the 5-letter word. So your answer here should be, that's correct. That is point. Okay, next, let's have the second one. Okay, so we have the pictures. Then you're going to guess the 4-letter word. So what do you think is the 4-letter word? Yes, that is line. So correct. Next, the last picture. Let's have this one. The 5-letter word. That's correct. We have the plane. Okay. So to proceed, those are the words that we are going to have this day. Okay, so let's have first the point. Okay, so a point is the most basic building block of geometry. It has no size and it only has location. Okay, so that's why we have the point in the Cartesian coordinate plane that we have on the first quarter of our topic. Then you can represent a point with a dot and you name it with a capital letter. Okay? So for example, we have point P. Next, we have the line. A line is a straight, continuous arrangement of infinitely many points. It has infinite length but no thickness. It extends forever in both directions. Okay? And the third one, okay, so we have here the example of a line. So we have here point or line rather, line AB or line BA. Okay? So again, the third one is the plane. Okay? A plane has length and width but no thickness. It extends infinitely along its length and width. Okay, so we have here the sample of the figure of a plane. So let's name this plane P. Okay, so those three terms are what we call the undefined terms. Okay, so when we say undefined terms, these are the words that do not have formal definitions, but there is an agreement about what they mean. Okay, so let's have now an activity. Okay, so in this activity, you are going to identify whether the statement is true or false. If false, change the underlined word to make it a true statement. Okay, so for number 1, we have a line can be extended in 2 directions endlessly. So is it true or false? That's correct. This is true. Next, number 2, we have a line has no width, length, or thickness. So is it true or false? Correct. This is false. So as I have said on the direction, if it is false, you are going to change the underlined word with the correct word to make the statement true. So what should you replace with the word line? Okay, that's correct. We have point. So again, a point has no width, length, or thickness. Next, number 3, we have a plane is a 3-dimensional figure. So is it true or false? That's correct. This is false. So what should you replace with the word 3? Okay, so that's 2. Correct. Next, number 4. We have the intersection of the walls of a room is a point. So, is it true or false? Correct. That is false because the intersection of the walls of a room is a line. Is correct. Next, number 5. We have a plane contains a finite set of points. Is it true or false? That's correct. This is a false. So what are you going to replace with the word finite? That's correct. Infinite. So again, a plane contains an infinite set of points. Okay. Next, number 6, we have a line is an infinite set of points. Is this true or false? That's correct. True. Number 7, we have a point is best illustrated by a dot. Is this true or false? That's correct. It is true. Next, number 8. We have, there is only one line in a plane. So is this true or false? That's correct. False. So what are you going to replace with the phrase is only one? We have, correct. We have, there is infinite line in a plane. Correct. Next, number 9. Any flat surface is a model of a plane. So is this true or false? That's correct. This is true. And for the last number 10, space is a set of all points. Okay, so correct. This is also true. Okay? So, based on our activity, let's answer the following questions. What are the undefined terms? Correct. They are the point, line, and plane. Okay? So, how can you describe a point? Can you still remember what are you going to have about the point? Yes, we have. It is represented by that, no length, no width, and no thickness. And for you to name a point, you are going to use a capital letter. Okay? So let's now proceed with a line. So how can you describe a line? Yes, it consists of points. Yes, it has the length but no width. And it extends in two opposite directions endlessly. Correct. Next, a plane. How are you going to describe a plane? Yes, it has length and width but no thickness. And it extends along the length and width. Okay, so that's why it is two-dimensional. Okay. Next, let's have the definition, complete definition of a point and its illustration. Okay? So point is viewed as something having a specific position but without dimension, magnitude, or direction. A dot is used to represent a point and it is denoted by a capital letter. So for example, we have point M, point E, point R, and point Z. Okay, so this is the nickname of your teacher. Next, let's have line. When we say line, it is a one-dimensional figure composed of infinite number of points. Okay? A line is a set of points extended endlessly in two opposite directions. It has no thickness or width, usually represented by a straight line with two arrowheads above. It is named using two capital letters or using the lowercase script letter. Okay? So, you may have here line AB or line E. Okay. Next, let's have now the plane. It is a flat surface made up of points. It extends in two dimensions. Okay, so that's why I have said earlier, it extends along the length and width. Okay, it has length and width but no thickness, In denoting a plane, a capital letter or an uppercase Greek letter is used. So we have here plane or plane surface or plane ABDC. Okay. And you may also name this as, yes, plane beta. Okay. So let's have now a seat work. Okay. So in the seat work, you are going to apply in real life situations, and you are going to determine whether each of the following suggests a point, a line, or a plane. Okay, so let's have number 1. We have number 1, the tip of a pen. So is it a point, a line, or a plane? That's correct. It is a point. Next, number 2, the corner of a box. Is it a point, a line, or a plane? That's correct. This is a point. Next, number 3, one string of a guitar. Is it a point, line, or plane? That's correct. That is a line. Next, number 4, the side of the table. Correct. That is a plane. Next, number 5, screen of an iPad. That's correct. We have plane. Next, number 6, edge of bond paper. That's correct. It is a line. Number 7, marble. Okay, you're right. It is a point. Number 8, intersection of the ceiling and the wall. Okay, that's correct. It is a line. How about a page of a book? That's correct. It is a plane. How about a curtain rod? It is correct. It is a line. Okay, any questions so far? So if you don't have, so let's have another. So let's do more with this activity. Use the figure on the right to answer the following. So we have here the figure on the right. So let's answer the questions. Okay, so number 1, what is the other name for line L? So we have here line L. So how are you going to name it? Yes, that is line PQ is correct. Or line QP is also correct. Next, number 2. What is the other name for line RS? So we have your line RS. So what can be the other name of this? That's correct. We have line M. Next, number 3. What is the intersection of line L and line QT? So we have your line L. We have your line QT. Okay? So the intersection of those two lines will be correct. Point Q. Next, number 4. What point do line TQ and line M have in common? So we have here line TQ. We have here line M. So what is the common point? Correct. That is, okay, we have point S. Then number 5, what point or points is or are in TQ and line L but not in line M? So what is that point? Yes, so we have here line Q is correct. Okay, any question? Okay, so let's have this again. So identify whether the following represent a point, line, or plane. So we have floor of your room will be plane, correct. Bamboo strip on a fence, line is correct. Electric post, line is also correct. We have sand on beach, point is correct. Mango seed, correct, that is a point. String of kite, yes, that is line. How about door? Correct, that is a plane. How about a mole? Correct, that is a point. Okay, so for your homework, okay, or additional activity, let's have this direction. You are going to read and study the different defined terms in geometry. So on this video, you have the undefined terms, the point, line, and plane. So for tomorrow, we are going to have the defined terms in geometry. So what do you think are those terms in geometry? Okay, so I hope you have learned something. So that's all for today. Goodbye.